Good morning. My name is Dave Kopp. I am the president and senior lobbyist for the Arizona Citizens Defense League, and I am here to talk to you about electing or possibly re-electing a pro-rights majority in our state legislatures. One of the things that we need to understand right from the start is that we are in a fight, and we need to act like we're in a fight. The other side is going to be spending huge amounts of money and tremendous efforts to flip state legislatures all around the country. The only thing standing in our way is us. We don't have the money that they have, but we do have the bodies, we have the grassroots support. We need to take advantage of that. We need to make sure our folks are going to the polls. But back to the fact that we're in a fight. I think many of us are instructors, many of us are training junkies, many of us are well versed in at least the concepts of fighting with a gun. We need to understand politics is really not very different. Not using guns, but it's the same basic tactics. One of the things we say in training is you need to, if you're in a gunfight, you need to find your window. Locate your opportunity. Don't let it pass you by without taking decisive action. We need to understand that. We need to do the same thing. We have a window. We need to take advantage of it. The other side, the anti-gun side, they are willing to get down in the mud and fight to win. If we're not willing to do the same thing, we are starting out at a disadvantage. Another thing we need to think about hard is we need to stop looking for political perfection. A person who agrees with you 80% of the time is a friend and an ally, not a 20% traitor. Ronald Reagan said that. It was true today as it was true then. We need to understand that we cannot find perfection in politics. We need to stop looking for it. It's like looking for a diamond in a sewer. You might find one, maybe a tiny chance that you do, but how much sewage do you want to dig through to get there? Saul Alinsky once said, I will start from where the world is, as it is, not as I would like it to be. We need to accept the reality that we're dealing with. We need to move on and deal with what is. We cannot keep looking for politicians that 100% on our side. Take what we can get. Every election is a binary choice. Every election comes down to this guy or that guy. Make sure it's the least worst option. Another thing I hear quite a bit of is that the system is corrupt. The two-party system is corrupt. It needs to be changed. You know what? I don't argue with that. It's probably correct. But now is not the time. The time to start that fight is the day after the election, not the day before. If you're going to constantly worry about changing the system because you don't like the one that it is, you're not going to change it because you have to accept the one that is. So keep in mind, if your guy doesn't make the general election ballot, if the guy that you supported doesn't get where you wanted him to be, there's still that binary choice. Find the least worst option and support them, because it will beat the alternative every time. One of the other things that we need to worry about, spreading the word. Every one of us has a pretty wide audience. Every one of us has at least our membership that we can talk to. We need to reach out to them and let them know it's time to get out there and do stuff. The other side likes to control the game. They've made their plans clear. They have absolutely laid them out in the bills that they support and so on and so forth. We need to do the same thing. We need to make sure people understand what it is we're trying to do and how we're going to do it. Part of planning is have a secondary plan. Plan A goes down the toilet, have a plan B. Mike Tyson once said everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Well, sometimes it feels like we've been punched in the mouth. Time to switch plans, huh? We need to reach out. We need to talk to women. We need to talk to minorities. We need to talk to young people. We need to get everybody involved. We're all in this fight together. We need to make sure that it's not just the same old white guy and, hey, I'm that guy. We need to make sure it's not just the same old white guy saying the same old thing all the time. We have an opportunity here. We have a window here. We need to take advantage of it. We can do this. We've got the grassroots on our side. We always have. We just need to get them out and voting. And my time is almost up. My timer that I've nicknamed Julianne, and anybody who's been here before understands why I did that, is telling me I'm done. So thank you very much for your time, and I really hope I see everybody in person next year.